Welcome to the shooting show. This week, Chris Dalton's red hind stalking in southwest Scotland. Plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world.
Okay, this is Zosia now at probably just coming on to 10 months of age. We've had a bit of a delay and a pause in the training regime because she's still got a lot of pup in her. You can see that here. She still wants to bounce around, she still wants to play. It's all fun, which is fine. Having a good scratch now, and it needs to be fun. You don't need to be trying to do too serious stuff with her. They'll let you know when they're ready for training, and she's just getting to the point now where she's kind of beginning to understand a little bit more about right and wrong. Basic words of command really are three main ones, which is really to heel, although I don't want her to heel really rock steady. I want her to kind of work a little bit in front of me. It's kind of like a pointer would naturally work, range a long way in front, but what I want to do is for her to do that just nice and quietly in front of me, up to about 10 or 15 yards, where she can actually pick up the scent then of deer. She's picking lines and wind as it comes across her, and then she's starting to indicate to me, which is exactly what Oscar does. So that's what we've got to learn. I only use one word of command for sit and stay, the whole thing. Just sit means sit, and I don't need to lie down or introduce any other things because it's just complicated. I just want her to sit, and then I can move around. I can leave her there while I'm glassing, looking around the sort of woodland. She's picking up a lot of scents in here now, as you can see her already, but you know, she's coming along quite nicely. She's a real intelligent little dog, very inquisitive, quite mischievous, and I like that because it shows character. And we've already had one or two little instances where she's shot off into the wood chasing scents and smells, which again is fine because I want to encourage that. I can steady her down a little bit later on when she's older. You don't want to try and teach a 3-month-old baby how to kind of feed itself because it's just not going to work. So you need to let a dog have their puppyhood. It doesn't want to become stressful. You don't want to really be too hard on them. And you need to judge the dog's character. Some dogs need a bit of a firm hand, some dogs are quite sensitive, so you need to sort of temper your training regime, if you like, with the dog's nature. I've got a cane with me. When I'm stalking with a dog, I've always got a set of sticks in my hand, so I think it's wrong to train a dog with nothing in your hands and then introduce it into the stalking field and all of a sudden you've got a stick. So again, it's just so she is getting used to me carrying something. It's also a very useful aid to tap her on the backside when she's misbehaving or pushing kind of too far in front. She's quite happy to sit there and she'll let me kind of move away. I can walk away, I can walk around, you know, using the glasses, whatever. She's watching, but she's still sat there, which is what I want. And just extend and move around and all the rest of it. I think she's probably not far off now where I'm going to start to do a bit more serious work with her. I may introduce a tracking lead because she's a real fast dog, so when she's probably on the line, whereas Oscar, I can work him and he'll work in front of me. I think she might be wanting to push on, so I may well work her on a lead initially and see how we go with that. But I think probably within the next couple of months now, training is going to really start proper, and then you will see, I would imagine, quite a noticeable difference in the dog. But you can still see she's still a pup, plenty of time yet, no rush, and that's what I want. Okay, we got Killian running his way up the hill. It's a bit of a climb this morning. We've got some deer out in front of us, but they're right in a difficult corrie, so we need to get up above them and then try and drop down into them. The big worry is the sheep, because we've got sheep on the hill. We don't want them to spook and spoil the hour and a half climb up. Cold morning this morning. Up block pine, actually frozen over. That was a good start. We took track right down through a stream gully. There's the hind. And the route we took in was from right up the top of the hill. We followed the gully all the way down. Really tricky stalk actually because it's icy. And got into the hind. About 160 yard shot. Yeah, try and get the calf if you can, if it turns. Towel on the stick marks the actual strike point, and the calf was shot rolled all the way down the hill, follow the blood trail. And drop down into the gully here. So again, we'll do a gralloch now and then recovery back down to the vehicle. Now comes the hard work as we start the recovery. The thing with deer is they always say the easy part is shooting them. That's Killian on his way down now the valley. He's got 2 on the harness. Fortunately it's downhill. So it's reasonably easy going. I wouldn't want to be pulling them the other way. I of course was elected to bring the big one down on my own. Of course I'm just like that. And this is actually where we're going. There's the main road down below. So we can drag them down here. Bring the car into where that lorry's just gone past and load up and away. Okay, that's us just off the hill. One of the added bonuses of being where we are on Strone is that it's on the very close to the rest of Me Thankful, just outside of Glasgow, and right at the top of the hill is a burger bar where you can get a latte. So having dragged 3 hinds off the hill, you can even get a coffee.
Chris there, showing why he's the uber professional in the deer stalking world. And now, it's the Shooting Show News.
This is the Shooting Show News. The British Shooting Show will take place at the NEC next year. Show organisers announced the move last week, having finally agreed terms with the UK's biggest exhibition venue. They promised a bigger, more impressive show on all fronts and said they would not be looking to raise ticket prices in 2018. Furthermore, they said they had reached a deal with the NEC to prepay parking for the event. The show returns for its 10th year on the 16th to the 18th of February. Visit shootingshow.co.uk for more details. Basque is on the hunt for a new chief executive after dismissing former boss Richard Ali for gross misconduct. Ali was suspended last May and dismissed in December. He appealed, but the ruling was upheld at the end of last month. This came after he was accused of misusing association funds to support an unauthorised internal investigation and displaying culpable negligence which placed the association at risk. Peter Glenser, chairman of BASC, said it has been a difficult time, but the association is now satisfied it has taken proportionate legal action to put matters right. The Clay Shooting Classic DTL will return to Bywell Shooting Ground this year, it's been confirmed. Taking place from the 25th to the 27th of August, this premier DTL event will kick off with the warm-up and classic doubles competitions on Friday before progressing to the main event, comprising 100 DTL targets. As with last year, class winners will go head-to-head at the end of the weekend for the chance to win a Perazzi shotgun. Pick up the April edition of Clay Shooting magazine for more details. And finally, hundreds of youngsters will get first-hand experience of grouse moors with BASC thanks to funding from North Yorkshire Police. A grant from the Police Property Funds will be used to fund experience days for 6 to 11-year-olds, which will see them learn about the moors and get involved with conservation work. This is one of the fund's largest ever grants. BASC's Gareth Doherty, who applied for the funding, said it would allow participants to find out about life on the moors through the eyes of a local gamekeeper. That was the Shooting Show News.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.